Most gardeners think cover crops are only for large-scale farms, and that's a misconception. Even a small backyard or urban garden can benefit immensely. Cover crops rebuild tired soil, boost fertility, and suppress weeds naturally, all while you focus on other things. Unlike vegetables that feed you, cover crops feed the soil. They prevent erosion, draw up hidden nutrients, fix nitrogen, and nurture the microbial life that makes a garden thrive. Today, we're diving into 5 powerhouse fall cover crops that can completely transform your garden's foundation. Let's start with the king of them all. 1. Winter rye, the ultimate cold-hardy soil builder. If you could plant only one cover crop this fall, make it winter rye. Rugged, reliable, and virtually unstoppable in cold weather, rye thrives when most other plants are shutting down. When your tomatoes are gone and pumpkins harvested, winter rye is just beginning its work. Think of it as a living shield for your soil, protecting, feeding, and restoring it throughout the winter, whether in raised beds, open plots, or compact urban gardens. Why winter rye works so well frost? No problem. Snow? Bring it on. Winter rye thrives in freezing temperatures, forming a dense network of roots that anchor the soil and mine nutrients from deep below. These roots act like tiny plows, creating channels for air and water, while providing a playground for earthworms and beneficial microbes. By spring, your soil is airy, fertile, and alive. Above ground, winter rye forms a thick green carpet that prevents erosion and locks in nutrients. It shades out weeds too and produces natural compounds called allelochemicals that chemically inhibit weed germination. Think of it as an organic 24/7 winter weed control system. The underground magic. The real benefits happen below the surface. As roots grow and die back, they feed the soil food web, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and nematodes that convert minerals into plant-ready nutrients. Rye exudes sugars that fuel these microbes, enriching soil structure and fertility. When spring comes and you cut down the rye, the foliage decomposes into a thick, moisture-retaining mulch, keeping the soil soft and nutrient-rich. It's like transforming your garden bed into a living sponge, full of life and potential. How to plant remove any leftover crops or weeds. Loosen the top few inches of soil. Deep tilling isn't necessary. Broadcast seeds evenly, roughly 1 to 2 pounds per 1,000 square feet. Rake seeds about an inch deep and water lightly. Plant 4 to 6 weeks before the first frost to allow roots to establish. Within a week or two, your garden will be blanketed in vibrant green, a clear sign your soil is protected for winter. Working through winter. Even under snow, rye keeps going. Roots hold nutrients in place while above-ground growth shields the soil from erosion and heavy rain. When all other plants have died back, rye remains a green, living symbol of winter vitality. Spring payoff. As temperatures rise, rye wakes quickly. Cut it close to the ground before it flowers or sets seed. Leave the residue as mulch or lightly incorporate it into the soil. The result? Soft, dark, fertile ground, ready for your spring planting. Your garden will feel more alive, balanced, and full of potential. Expect stronger roots, greener leaves, and richer harvests. Quick tips. Pair rye with crimson clover for extra nitrogen. Don't sow too late. It needs a few weeks to root before hard frost. Wait 2 to 3 weeks after cutting before planting delicate seeds. The bottom line, winter rye may not be flashy, but it's one of the most powerful allies your garden can have. It protects, nourishes, and regenerates your soil, all while you take a break over winter. By spring, your plants will thank you with vigor, health, and bountiful growth. If your garden could wear a winter coat, winter rye would be it, keeping your soil warm, fed, and shielded until the growing season begins. 2. Crimson clover, your living fertilizer factory. If winter rye is the strong backbone of your soil-building strategy, crimson clover is the heart that pumps life into it. This plant is not only stunning, painting your garden with deep, velvety red blooms, but also one of the most hard-working allies you can add to your beds. Beneath its beauty lies an extraordinary gift. It creates free fertilizer straight from the air. Nature's nitrogen powerhouse crimson clover belongs to the legume family, a group of plants that partner with beneficial bacteria called rhizobium. These microbes colonize the clover's roots and pull nitrogen from the air. Yes, the same nitrogen that makes up most of our atmosphere, converting it into a form plants can use. While other crops deplete your soil of nutrients, crimson clover is busy replenishing it. When you mow or cut it in spring, all that stored nitrogen becomes available to your next round of crops, whether tomatoes, peppers, corn, or any hungry garden plant. Essentially, you're growing your very own natural fertilizer factory. More than just fertility. Crimson clover does far more than enrich soil. Its dense roots hold soil in place during heavy rain and frost, preventing erosion and compaction. Above ground, its leafy canopy acts like living mulch, suppressing weeds before they can even sprout. And those striking crimson flowers? They're irresistible to pollinators. Bees, butterflies, hoverflies, and even hummingbirds flock to the blooms, creating a buzzing, thriving ecosystem right in your garden. Every flower signals a soil that is alive and full of life. No wonder regenerative farmers and homesteaders call crimson clover a transition crop. It doesn't just occupy space, it transforms it. Planting and growing. Starting crimson clover is simple. You don't need perfect soil or deep tilling. Just clear your beds of debris or spent crops. Broadcast the seeds evenly over the soil. Lightly rake to cover seeds with a thin layer of soil. Water gently and let nature do the rest. Germination is quick, often 7 to 10 days, even in cool fall soil. Within a few weeks, your beds will be filled with lush green life that's actively restoring your soil from below. Crimson clover also plays well with companions. Pair it with winter rye for a powerhouse duo. Rye strengthens structure, clover adds nitrogen. Combine with vetch or peas to boost fertility even more. When and how to terminate. In late spring, before seeds form, cut or mow the clover close to the ground. Leave the chopped plants as mulch, don't pull out the roots. They will decompose slowly, feeding microbes and adding valuable organic matter. After a few weeks, your soil will be ready for heavy feeders like corn, tomatoes, or brassicas. You'll feel the difference. Looser, darker soil teeming with earthworms. A sign of a healthy, living ecosystem. The big picture. Crimson clover isn't just another cover crop. It's a revolution in your garden. It reduces the need for chemical fertilizers, supports pollinators, enhances biodiversity, and restores life to tired, compacted soil. So when those red flowers sway in the spring breeze, remember, they're doing more than decorating your garden. They're proof your soil is alive, thriving, and ready to nourish your plants for seasons to come. Crimson clover gives more than it takes. Beauty above, magic below. 3. Daikon radish, nature's underground engineer. You might know Daikon radish as that long white root in stir-fries, but in the garden it's a soil-transforming powerhouse. Also called tillage radish or forage radish, this unassuming plant quietly works wonders beneath the surface, breaking up compacted soil, recycling nutrients, and setting the stage for healthier crops. The living shovel daikon grows a deep, thick taproot, often 2 feet or more, that penetrates hard, compacted layers other tools can't reach. As it pushes down, it fractures dense soil, creating channels that improve aeration and drainage. When frost kills the plant in winter, the roots decompose in place, leaving tunnels that let air, water, and new roots move freely come spring. It's like nature's own soil renovation system. No machinery, no noise, no disruption to the soil life that keeps your garden thriving. Nutrient recycler daikon isn't just a mechanical fixer, yet it's a nutrient scavenger. Its deep roots pull up leached minerals, nitrogen, and other nutrients from the subsoil. When the roots break down, those nutrients return to the topsoil where your spring crops can use them. It's a natural recycling system that enriches your garden while you sleep. Easy to grow, hard to beat. Planting is simple. Scatter seeds in late summer or early fall, 1/2 inch deep and a few inches apart. Germination is fast, and within weeks, a dense canopy of lush leaves covers your soil. Daikon keeps growing through cool weather and even frost, silently transforming your ground below. You don't have to harvest it, and just let it do its work. The payoff: soil reborn. By spring, the difference is immediate. Soil that once felt dense and lifeless becomes soft, crumbly, and rich with worms. The decomposed roots act as organic matter, improving structure, storing moisture, and feeding microbes. Crops planted afterward, corn, beans, carrots, can grow straight down those old tunnels, reaching deeper and thriving faster. Bonus: weed control. Daikon's dense foliage shades out weed seedlings during fall and winter, reducing competition and keeping your garden clean while the roots work below. Why you shouldn't plant it. Whether you have a backyard garden, raised beds, or a small homestead, Daikon radish is a low-cost, low-maintenance, high-impact cover crop. It breaks up compaction, improves soil structure, recaptures nutrients, boosts soil life. It's quiet, efficient, and incredibly powerful. Proof that sometimes the simplest plants do the most extraordinary work. If your beds feel tired or your clay soil is stubborn, skip the heavy machinery. Plant Daikon radish, and by spring you'll be working in rich, airy, perfectly revitalized soil. Daikon isn't just a root crop, it's the ultimate underground engineer, transforming dead soil into living earth, one root at a time. 4. Field peas, the gentle giants of soil building. If you're searching for a cover crop that combines elegance with incredible soil benefits, field peas, also called Austrian winter peas, deserve a prime spot in your autumn garden. At first glance, they may appear delicate, with their soft, trailing green vines and dainty tendrils. But underneath that unassuming exterior lies a powerhouse of fertility and soil restoration. Being legumes, field peas have a remarkable ability to capture nitrogen directly from the air. How? Tiny nodules on their roots host beneficial bacteria called rhizobium, which extract nitrogen from the atmosphere, a form of nitrogen plants normally cannot use, and convert it into nutrients that enrich the soil. When the plants eventually die back or decompose, that stored nitrogen is released directly into the ground, feeding your future crops naturally. That means you're getting free, high-value nitrogen, one of the most critical nutrients for your garden, without ever needing synthetic fertilizers. These gentle vines do all the hard work for you quietly and sustainably. But nitrogen fixation is only the start of what field peas do. They are cold hardy and quick to grow, making them perfect for the fall season. They cover bare soil rapidly with dense green foliage, shielding it from erosion, winter rain, and harsh winds. Their sprawling vines also act as a living mulch, suppressing weeds while retaining moisture. Field peas are also excellent companions to other cover crops. Pair them with cereal grains like rye, oats, or barley, and you create a synergistic living partnership. The peas provide nitrogen while the grains contribute organic matter and deep root channels that aerate and stabilize the soil. Together, they form a natural composting system directly in your garden bed. This combination of legumes and grasses is legendary for rejuvenating depleted soil. The peas feed soil microbes, the microbes in turn nourish other plants, and by spring you are left with soil that is dark, crumbly, and full of life. Gardeners often describe it as a soil smoothie, a perfectly blended mix of nutrients, structure, and texture created entirely by nature. Field peas are especially helpful for sandy or light soils that struggle to retain water and nutrients. Their roots increase moisture retention, enhance organic content, and transform dry, lifeless earth into rich, workable loam. And because their growth is gentle, they cooperate with neighboring plants rather than outcompeting them. How to plant: broadcast the seeds evenly over a cleared bed, or sow about an inch deep, spaced a few inches apart. Water lightly to keep the soil just moist enough for germination. Within about a week, tender shoots should appear, quickly knitting together into a thick green carpet. In mild climates, field peas can survive the winter, remaining green through the cold months. In harsher regions, they will naturally die back with the frost, which is actually beneficial. Their decaying foliage forms a nutrient-rich mulch that breaks down into organic matter, enriching the soil for the next planting season. The results speak for themselves. A healthy field pea cover crop can contribute up to 100 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet, a significant boost that previously required months of composting or heavy fertilization. In spring, simply cut or mow the plants before flowering. Leave the decomposing material on the soil or lightly incorporate it into the top layer. Instantly, you'll feel the difference: softer soil, richer scent, and a lively ecosystem teeming with earthworms. Unmistakable signs of a thriving soil community. Field peas exemplify one of gardening's simplest truths. You don't have to battle nature to create fertile soil, you just need to work with it. They're gentle, sustainable, and extraordinarily generous. Plant them this fall, and by spring your garden will be stronger, greener, and more fertile than ever. 5. Mustard, the soil's secret weapon. Finally, let's explore one of the most underappreciated fall cover crops: mustard. Many people think of mustard simply as the spicy yellow condiment in the fridge, but in your garden, it's a true powerhouse. Fast-growing, intense, and surprisingly versatile. Mustard is nature's own soil detoxifier. Belonging to the Brassica family, the same group as cabbage, kale, and broccoli, mustard possesses a unique superpower. When chopped or tilled into the soil, it releases natural compounds called glucosinolates. As these break down, they convert into isothiocyanates, the very compounds responsible for mustard and horseradish's pungent, spicy kick. This transformation has a remarkable effect. The compounds act as a natural biofumigant, suppressing soil-borne pathogens, harmful fungi, nematodes, and certain bacterial diseases that linger in the soil year after year. Essentially, mustard gives your garden a deep, chemical-free cleanse, resetting your soil ecosystem naturally. If your garden has struggled with root knot nematodes, fusarium wilt, or clubroot, mustard is an essential ally. It interrupts pathogen life cycles, reduces harmful populations, and restores balance to the soil, which is why some organic farmers use it as a natural alternative to chemical soil fumigants. But mustard's benefits don't stop at pest control. It's incredibly fast-growing. In just 4 to 5 weeks, it can reach knee height, forming a dense canopy that shades out weeds, prevents soil erosion, and locks in moisture. Its leafy growth also scavenges nutrients like sulfur, phosphorus, and nitrogen from deeper soil layers, bringing them back up into the topsoil. When you chop and incorporate the plants, those nutrients are released back into the garden, fully replenishing the soil and preparing it for spring crops. It's like giving your garden a natural spa treatment before winter. How to plant. Clear your garden beds of debris. Broadcast seeds evenly and lightly rake them in, about 1/4 inch deep. Water gently, keeping soil lightly moist for the first week. Mustard germinates quickly, often within a few days, even in cool conditions. Timing is crucial for pest suppression. For the strongest biofumigant effect, cut or chop the mustard before flowering, while the plants are still tender and rich in glucosinolates. Immediately mix or lightly till the chopped greens into the topsoil. You'll notice a sharp, tangy aroma, the unmistakable scent of natural soil fumigation at work. Allow the soil to rest for a couple of weeks before planting your next crop. During this time, soil microbes decompose the mustard, build humus, and slowly release nutrients, improving fertility and structure. By spring, the soil will be softer, richer, better drained, and more disease-resistant, almost as if your garden pressed a reset button. Another bonus? If a few mustard plants are allowed to flower, they attract pollinators like bees, hoverflies, and beneficial wasps, enhancing biodiversity while still providing soil benefits. For even greater impact, mustard can be combined with other cover crops. Pair it with oats or rye to add biomass, or mix it with legumes like peas or clover to balance nitrogen levels. The result is a cover crop cocktail that improves soil, suppresses pests, and rejuvenates your garden from every angle.